Well, hiya, it's Marcus, everybody, and welcome to another Zooming with. Today, we are doing more Adelaide Fringe, and sitting with me via his computer on Zoom is Ben Whittington. Hey, Ben, how are you?
I'm going great. How are you going?
I'm not too bad, thank you. The vibe in Adelaide is just starting to really heat up now, right? As well as our
Absolutely.
weather.
Absolutely, finally.
Finally, right? Adelaide Fringe is knocking at our door. It's literally 2 weeks away today.
2 weeks away. Trust me, we're feeling it.
Now, you have taken on a bit of a workload. You've got two shows in this Adelaide Fringe. One
I
being
do, yes.
that 90s show, The Ultimate Party, and the Best of Foo. Let's find out about both of them right now. So tell me about that 90s show, The Ultimate Party.
So that 90s show is something that was born back at Adelaide Fringe in 2017. It just came from the love of 90s music. I grew up through the 90s, so I just wanted to bring that music back. And unfortunately, there weren't really any bands that were taking on that sort of stuff. So we cover not just the grunge side, but all the party pop stuff, all the boy band, girl bands, Disney, absolutely everything, with a full 8-piece live band. So it's fantastic. It's so much fun. So we've decided to bring it back to Fringe this year after having a couple of years off. So the idea that we thought we'd give it a shot to try. I mean, it's very, very ambitious, but we're going to emulate the style of a DJ where we play for 90 minutes straight without stopping. We're not going to be playing. We'll play some full songs, but it's going to be a mashup of, I think, over the 90-minute spot, I think we have something like 56 songs that we're going to try and cram out, and it's going to be absolutely non-stop. We're not going to take a break. We're just going to go straight through, and so that way, one of the things that we keep getting at the end of each of our shows is, oh, but you didn't do this, you didn't do this, and because there's 10 years worth of music, I mean, it's hard to cover everything. So we've decided, stop it. Let's try and do it all.
Now, obviously, the 90s was very much synonymous with the grunge stuff, like you just mentioned, but also it was, the big rebirth, if you like, of the girl bands and the boy bands.
Absolutely.
Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls. Do we hear any of that in the show?
Absolutely.
Oh.
We're covering every boy band. I think we've got about 2 or 3 Backstreet Boys, 2 or 3 Spice Girls, S Club 7, Britney. We're doing absolutely everything. So and obviously we're still covering the grunge. We're covering Disney. We're covering all the Euro dance stuff. We're covering, but basically everything you can think of. We're trying to tick off all the boxes for everything that represents the 90s, because I think the one thing we've learned doing this show as well, when people come down, is that the 90s meant something different to everyone. Everyone takes a little, when I was growing up, it was Savage Garden and Backstreet Boys, so I put that element in. But for one of the other players, it might have been, What Is Love and Rhythm of the Night and all those early 90s dance tunes. So we're covering all that as well. So we're going, it's a roller coaster. That's the best way I can explain it.
It's going to be incredible. It is, I mean, clearly people are not going to be sitting on their seats for too long. They're going to be up, getting into the groove. It's only on for 2 performances, everyone. It's going to be the 17th of February and the 8th of March. And it is playing at the Fantail in Gluttony. Gluttony is just like kicking butt this year.
Absolutely. They're fantastic.
So in the Fantail, everyone, 2 nice big, it's a nice big venue. So 2 shows.
It's an outdoor as well. It's an outdoor concert.
I love that space. So that's brilliant. I'm loving that. Next one is the Best of Foo, which also is appearing in Fantail, and that's only on for 2 nights only as well, which is the 23rd and 24th of February. Can you tell me about Best of the Foo?
So that one came around a little bit differently. One of the runners of Gluttony approached me and said, "Hey, look, we've been after a Foo Fighters show for quite a while. Would this be something?" Because in our 90s shows, we've done some Foo Fighters stuff before, and obviously they must have caught wind of that and listened to us do that. And they said, "Would you ever consider doing a Foo Fighters tribute show?" And if I'm honest, unless you're Dave Grohl, you don't do Dave Grohl. It's very hard. You know, your voice is getting blown out. But the idea stuck around for actually a few years. That was presented back in 2022, and we sort of sat on it for a little while, and then the idea appeared again this year or late last year, sorry, and we decided instead of just doing our usual 90s show where all the members come together, we're actually going to pick different members of multiple different Gluttony shows, whether they be 27 Club, Gospel, there's a Beatles one, there's, you know, so all these different sort of shows, and bring different members together to do Foo Fighters. We're not going to emulate Dave Grohl. We're just going to do them as best as we can and absolutely smash them out. So rather than being a tribute show, it's more where we all dressed up and everything. We're just going to go out there, and all these world-class musicians are just going to smash it hard and just do the best of Foo Fighters.
And interpret.
And it's their 30th anniversary as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm coming to both of these shows. Hey, tell me, so when you were going through the Foo Fighters list, which is, you know, epic. I mean, there's some great big anthems in their catalog. Was there a song or two that you were like, yeah, that's the one I'm going to be doing?
Absolutely, absolutely. And like you said, I mean, their catalog of music is just incredible. And the fact that it's continued to stay at that level for 30 years as well. I mean, they were only here in December and they put on an absolutely epic show. So the staying power is definitely still there. But Monkey Wrench for sure. The Pretender, absolutely. Everlong, of course. So all those big hits where we're just going to just try and cover. This show only goes for an hour, so there's going to be, once again, no stops. We're not going to be sitting having a chat with the audience. We're just going to power through them and get as many hits out there as possible because, you know, everyone wants bang for their buck. So that's the aim.
Look, you've already said an incredible lineup of artists. Actually, while I read that, I will show everybody. It's obviously in the Gluttony program. Look at them there. That 90s show, look at me reading upside down, is on 35. And if we flip one, also in the same position, we have got the Foo Fighters show right there on
page. Beautiful.
All right. So, but reading this, like you say, you know, 27 Club, people actually from that 90s show will be on it. Masaoki, and Gospel, and there's some other ones. I mean, that's an incredible lineup. I mean, I know a lot of that troupe, and they're incredible performers. Is there a spoiler alert? Is there going to be a moment on stage where everyone is together belting out a couple?
Oh yeah, no, everyone is playing all the time together.
Okay, yay, huge.
So it's we've got like obviously one of the guitarists. I won't drop names. You have to come and have a look and see who's actually there. But you know, so we'll have like the keys player from Masaoki. We'll have the guitarist from 27 Club. We'll have one of the bass player from 90s show. So everyone's going to be on stage all the time singing and performing all these songs. And so I'll be singing a fair few of them, and then we've got some other singers that are also going to be jumping up and jumping in.
I'm excited, Ben. Hey, tell me, I mean, like you were just saying earlier, 2017, you've been rocking out some shows at the Adelaide Fringe. Why do you keep on coming back for more? What is it about the Adelaide Fringe that you ache for?
It's just the best vibe. For some reason, and as much as I hate to say it, it's a bit disappointing throughout the rest of the year, but at this time especially, everyone comes out of their houses, out of their homes. They come and they support the arts, whether it's a live music show, whether it's a magician, whether it's a dance troupe. It could be anything. And the atmosphere around Adelaide at that time is absolutely electric. You just cannot beat it at all. And I mean, I know I speak on behalf of so many other performers as well, but we kind of wish that was the same case throughout the entire year as well. So because it isn't, we try and do as much as we can now in those two months or so leading up, because we just know that people are in that mode, they're in that vibe, and they just want to see some shows. They just want to be out and about, and they just want to see, whatever they can, I guess, over those 5 weeks.
Yeah, get into it. Now, obviously, I mean, with your 4 performances that you're doing, it leaves you a couple of spare nights, hopefully. Are there any nights that you want to go out and see a particular show?
Absolutely. I'm going to be seeing 27 Club because that's just they're just fantastic anyway, and that's the sort of music I enjoy. I would actually love to go see Dom Chambers. He's a magician. He's fantastic. There's funnily enough, not as many music shows that I want to see because I see music all the time around me. I want to go see the like comedians and the magicians and you know, like the 360 All Stars or shows that I wouldn't usually get to see any other time of the year, I suppose. Because at least, luckily for me, because I work in a music circle, I get to see a lot of music all the time. But I would like to see a lot of the shows that maybe aren't around throughout the rest of the year, like the comedians, the magicians, even the cabaret shows as well. They're fantastic as well. Everyone puts in so much effort, and you can just see the time, the money, the effort spent on these shows. So if anything, whether it's our show, whether it's someone else's show, just come and support us.
You can't go
It's
wrong.
the best way to do it.
There's no such
Exactly.
even a bad show at the Adelaide Fringe is a good show, you know.
Exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
you would have been totally down for this. Last night I went to the Gov and saw Wolf Mother.
I know. I wish I went.
Oh my God, it was epic. It was jam-packed, and it was just like, again, anthems all night long. You would have been. Hey, in any downtime that you get during the Fringe when you're not seeing a show or whatever, what cafe, restaurant, bar could we spy you at down in that East End area?
Ooh, that's a good question. You know, yeah, look, it's probably the worst place for me to be, but I'm always at Sanchuros. So I absolutely love being around there. Sometimes usually in the what's the cinema place next to where the elephant is, and they've got a couple of the restaurants through there.
Yeah, near that Palace Nova area.
The Nova Palace, yeah, the Palace Nova in there. And there's a couple of restaurants all through there as well. That's where our usual hangout spot would be, and that's where we'd all meet and grab a bite throughout there. So all the cafes in there. So, and that's the other thing as well. I just saw this morning, and yet another venue is closing down here. So go out and support the venues as well. Go out and have something to eat. Go and eat, drink everywhere. I know it costs a lot of money to do, but if it's only for that small time of the year, it actually makes such a big difference.
Yeah, I agree with you. Get out and have fun. Live every single day.
Exactly.
Ben, you are an absolute freaking delight. Like
Thank
we
you.
2 shows, that 90 show, which is 17th of Feb and 8th of March, and the Best of Foo, which is the 23rd and 24th of February. Please get out, get your tickets for it. You'll find it obviously on the Gluttony website, but also the Fringe website. Ben, have an amazing 2024 Adelaide Fringe.
Thank you so much. You too. You too.
Shows. See you, buddy.
Cheers, mate. Thank you so much.